Now, it's the appliances we all turn to when the heat gets unbearable, right? But air conditioners are now becoming one of India's biggest climate threats. I'm not kidding. A new national survey has delivered a very big chilling warning. Emissions from air conditioners in India have already reached the same level as all the passenger cars in the country, and they are set to more than double by 2035. So they are going to get doubled eventually. According to Delhi-based climate think tank iFOREST, ACs released a staggering 156 million tons of carbon dioxide equivalent in 2024 alone. That's not just from electricity use, ladies and gentlemen. Over 52 million tons came from refrigerant leaks, the invisible gases inside these machines that trap heat far more powerfully than CO2. By 2035, emissions from ACs could shoot up to 329 million tons, making them the single biggest greenhouse gas emitting appliance in India. This is not just a tech problem though. It's a policy crisis. The report is now calling for an urgent action, including extended producer responsibility, a national refrigerant tracking system, and stricter enforcement to curb leaks and inefficiency. Because if we don't act now, the very machines we rely on to survive the heat or combat that will make our world even hotter. Cooling ourselves cannot come at the cost of heating the planet. And with the numbers we are seeing, the clock is ticking, and that too very fast. All right, let's discuss this with an expert joining us from Global Sector Head, Climate Change and Sustainability, IPE Global, Avinash Mohanty. Thank you so much for speaking to News9. How do you view this development, Avinash? I want to understand from you the challenges that I just spoke of. How do you exactly view that?
Good morning, Sakshi. Well, the problem in hand is a double conundrum that I would say. Because India is a climate vulnerable country, but at the same time, India is also a aspiring kind of emerging economy across the global south, and economically we are thriving. What does it mean then? It means that tier two cities are aspiring to become tier one, tier three cities are becoming aspiring to become tier two. At the same time, your rural masses want to come down and have a better life in cities. Hence, what happens is cities are already reaching or breaching a threshold where its carrying capacity is been breached from all fronts. That is why you have seen what happened in Gurgaon, Pune, Bangalore, so on and so forth. So all the tier one cities now, you will say, including Mumbai as well, Mumbai and Delhi, to be precise. So all of these cities have been witnessing this climate crisis more in patterns than in waves. Number one. Number two is when you have got such a huge kind of population coming in, and your climate and your temperatures are warming, you need to cool them. And in order to cool them, the major problem that's there is we do not have sustainable cooling refrigerant into practice. Number one. Number two is we do not also service our ACs. And number three is what do our energy efficiency standards are is way far below than that of any of the developed nations. So it's a triple crisis, I would say. At one go, it's a developmental conundrum where people are aspiring to become to have a better life. We all need. But nowadays, AC is no more a status symbol. It is a primary kind of necessity. I would say you need ACs because it
All
is
right.
hotter.
All
Now,
right,
what
Avinash,
are the
let's also,
alternatives for
Avinash, I've
this?
asked you about the challenges, I've asked you about, the questions over these. But if I could ask you about the solution here, what wildcard technologies or maybe policies could help curb it down?
Absolutely. There are two ways, or rather three ways, in which you need solutions. First, at a policy level, and what rightly the report has pointed it out about having a national refrigerant database that's well within the permit. But before that, what you really need is to have more systemic changes in terms of having this Bureau of Energy Efficiency standards been implemented largely. B, what ACs do we? The more and more older the AC becomes, it becomes a white elephant. It emits more and more carbon. So you need to understand that you might be saving few thousand rupees in terms of having an AC which is little bit older, but at the end of the day, it costs to the planet as well as it costs to your long-term kind of energy bills, number one. So systemic changes are required where you need those policies to be coming in. Number two, what is required is technological. Now you just don't need to rely on ACs. You need to come up with sustainable cool roofs. Number one, Telangana is one of these states which has mandated sustainable or cool roof policies. If Telangana can do it, then probably all the states in India can also look in terms of finding that feasible option. So technological options like cool roofs, sustainable materials, so on so forth are very, very essential. Third, is of course you need money to do this, and that is where the financial innovations need to come down.
All
But
right.
more importantly, a low-hanging fruit for all of us, for you, Sakshi, for us, for anyone watching this show out here now, is to revitalize, restore,
Okay.
and recapitalize our ecosystems. That
All
means
right.
as much as tree cover we need to increase, the amount of wetlands that are there need to be reconserved,
Hmm.
so on and so forth. These are all of these low hanging fruits can actually turn
All right.
this problem into an opportunity.
All right, Abhinash, thank you so much for joining the chat here at News9, providing us the context with regards to the challenges ahead for us in terms of the climate change.